Hey guys, this is Pikmin Master 123, and unfortunately, as of right now, the Clay Soldiers Modpack has suffered its first critical error. This making it so the game was temporarily unplayable, and we were able to find the primary mod pack that was causing all of the problems, and hopefully, now that it is removed and we did some other fixes to the mod pack, everything's fine now. We also have multiple saves of the current world, and we're going to do our best to make sure the mod pack is completely stable, because our goal is to send out the mod pack to you guys afterwards at the end of the series. So we're going to have a link for the mod pack and all the special stuff we added in there. Now, currently, we have had a couple of unaffected civilizations with, unfortunately, not all of the map data being salvageable, affecting two of our civilizations currently in the playing field. We're gonna show what happened to them at the end of this video, and hopefully, due to current balancing that we added, everything is going to be perfectly fine. Hey guys, future Pikmin Master 123, just making sure you guys know that we are indeed enough turns ahead to be showing you this video and getting more videos ready. So we are enough turns afterwards this incident that we can keep on showing you new videos. So I hope you guys enjoy, and be sure to watch the end for some of the balancing updates. Surprisingly, Flickering Fireflies, otherwise known as Yellow Team, was the first team to finish up their plans. The main priority is going to be collecting wood from this tree right here. That's because if they get enough wood, they can then upgrade their wood storage, which will allow them to get some resources back that they can use to build more housing and work on some of their other projects. Yellow Team has decided to use all 19 of their spins on the leaves, so there's a chance for them to get wood and food. The Fireflies did have a pretty decent turn and were able to get rid of 5 leaf blocks. On top of that, they got a decent amount of resources. However, it's just not enough resources for them to upgrade their wood storage just yet. However, they did get some pretty rare resources, such as the sapling, the leaves, and the apple. Now that Yellow Team has officially ended their turn, it is now time to go on to society stats. Right now, their society is doing somewhat neutral. Their housing situation is okay, but there is a lack of food, which might cause some unrest. The Red Raiders have decided to do the same strategy for the third turn in a row, and that is to spend all of their spins on their primary mast. So what they're going to do is they're going to mine it down more so that they can get the guys on top and the resources to build their bridge to the mainland. Red Team was able to get 7 successful spin charges, meaning they will be removing 2 blocks. Red Team is then going to put all of their resources into building this bridge. The Red Raiders have made significant progress this turn, however they still need more resources to finish building this bridge. The Red Raiders also have this crossbeam coming up next turn, so if they are successful in mining it, which is almost guaranteed, then they will have a lot of resources to work with once they reach land. And now we move on to the Ekadatedo's third turn. So, Cyan team took the longest in debating what they were going to do as a team. And basically, their entire plan is to spend all 6 of their charges onto mining leaf blocks. And we're going to see how those turn out right now. Cyan team only got 4 out of 6 of their spins, 2 of them failing. With those spins, they did exhaust 1 leaf block, and they did get oak leaves and 3 sticks. Now I'm going to talk to Cyan team to see if they want to do anything with these resources. Okay, I talked with Cyan team, and what they asked for is that they wanted to give 2 of their sticks back to their soldiers, and specifically, they wanted me to give them to the guys with armor, but no weapons. I don't think they want me to give it to the archer on top of the tower. I might have to ask them about that later. So here's a guy, he does have a ranged weapon, so let's see what Cyan team wants. Okay, so they want the guy in the tower to remain a ranged unit, or archer, and they don't care who the stick goes to. You missed. And now back to our announcement on this series. Cyan team was probably the biggest affected due to the failure and corruption in the mod pack. So they had to be completely relocated and rebuilt. There are some problems that were resolved afterwards. We were able to save the world data, but apparently the world data in this region was either corrupted or just not there to begin with, so we had to move them completely. So due to that, they have a smaller area now, but they do have more available resources right there. And on top of that, they are keeping everything from the previous turns, and we're also doing a map wide buff to all civilizations. It's a temporary buff, but it should work out the way we have it set. By some miracle, the only civilization to have no change whatsoever afterwards the data pack got corrupted and parts of the world were unsalvageable was the Red Raiders. They are the only major civilization to not have anything change, but they do have a slightly better resources around them due to parts of the map corrupting and a new update put on top of that. They also are being affected by the slight buff that's going to affect every single active civilization, and the unactive civilizations are going to get some reworks so they have a better chance in this new altered world due to the original world getting partly corrupted and the data pack getting corrupted because on multiple areas the general world blocks and block types have been changed a little bit. Some of the map data, as in the blocks themselves, have been altered. You can even see it right here. And Red Team did get a slight buff because of that. But we are having to work around some issues, and there's still going to be more talks about how the balancing is going to go between the 3 teams. Yellow Team has also gained a pretty significant advantage. Not only is their civilization officially walled, with it having a gate noting that this is going to be a city, but it also has a lot more resources directly around it. Though due to the amount of resources they accumulated, they were debuffed a little bit when it comes to the wood resources around them, so it's going to take them a little bit longer to get to some things. But in general, I think all the civilizations so far have been given fairly equal buffs. And right now, Yellow Team will also be getting the team-wide buff that is happening to all the teams currently right now, meaning that Cyan, Red, Yellow, and all the others are going to have a happiness boost and also starting food on top of everything else. So our automated force now has a couple of improvements because they didn't really get to do much except testing the last couple of rounds. So right now the king has been upgraded, not only with the crown but with the golden king's armor, which is a very powerful upgrade, and it allows more units to rally towards him, and he also was given a couple of other small buffs. On top of that, we did also change their food resources and how those are done. So these normal food resources now increase overall max population. And we won't go into the specifics because the other teams might get an edge. On top of that, we did change some things with the AI itself, but that doesn't really matter. But what we can tell you is that we overall gave them more resources and a better currency system. So all the teams can now know that this AI is a little bit more powerful. And we did change some things with how aggressive they are. Because in the beginning, they would not go for economy upgrades. They instead went for more militarized upgrades. So we changed some things so they won't be as aggressive. But this is the primary force. We did some testing with some other forces. Those all seem fine. And yes, you can technically win with this team still alive. Also, just to make sure everyone here and all the teams know, they're being reset back to this turn. What you're seeing is what they're going to start with yet again, due to some complications and some other reasons. But they are starting from square one with some advantages. So be on the lookout, teams, because you might have some competition.